All right, right now I'm walking in the Austin neighborhood in Chicago. I'm on Madison Street going eastbound. And a lot of people, I talked to a lot of people that didn't want to be on video. So I'll give a little bit of a rundown. A lot of people told me not to walk down these streets. I think the majority of people told me not to walk down these streets, so I'm doing it anyways, just so I can get a documentary and talk to people and get as many interviews of how people live in this area and how this area is. You know, is it a nice area? I mean, what do they like to do in the area and stuff like that. So here's a guy here, maybe we could talk to him. What's up, brother? Hey, you from this area, man?
Huh?
You from this area?
Yeah.
Yeah?
On Madison,
Huh?
all the way down.
What's that?
All the way on Madison, all the way down.
All the way down?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing a little documentary here. I'm just asking people in the neighborhood how they like the neighborhood. You from here?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you grew up here and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I was raised in Chicago.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So let me get this back on here. Let me see this here. Yeah. What do you think of this neighborhood, man? This is good?
I think it's good, but it's a little treacherous, and all the people, the collectors and people selling drugs and stuff.
There's a lot of drugs over here?
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. I don't do drugs, man, but I'm just interested. I'm not so much trying to expose anything in the neighborhood, like saying, look what they did, you know what I mean? I'm just seeing, like, you know, how is the neighborhood? How do you like living here? You know what I mean?
Like what? Living here?
I mean, is there a community here? I mean, do people get along here? I mean, like the neighbors get along, you know what I mean?
Like the laundromat and the store I work with down the street.
Yeah.
I work on Madison and Lockwood. They good, but they just in that fight mode.
Fight mode?
Yeah.
What are they fighting about?
I don't even know, to tell you the truth.
You work it by the laundromat, huh?
Yeah, down there on Madison Lockwood.
Yeah. Yeah. What else can I ask you, man? You grew up here?
Yeah, I grew up here. 1983.
1983, yeah.
January 1st.
Is it the same now as it was then?
It ain't the same, but it's a lot quiet, and people just diet down, be in their house.
Yeah, a lot of people ain't coming outside like they used to, huh?
Yeah, that's true.
Why do you think that is?
Why? Lots of trouble.
A lot of trouble?
Yeah.
A lot more trouble now than it was in the 80s?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I read something about because of the King riots that happened in 69 or 68 or 69. They said that a lot of the street was on fire, and there was a lot of places that were looted and destroyed and so on and so forth, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they said that neighborhoods never really recovered since then.
Right.
And but you said in the 80s it wasn't that bad. Now it's getting worse.
Yeah.
How is that possible? How come it's not getting better?
How I don't know. It's just a lot of violence, a gun shooting.
A lot of violence and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, all the immigrants coming over here, they're trying to make it worse for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's it.
Yeah, there's a lot of migrants over here causing trouble.
Yeah, like all the way down there on Madison, downtown and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of problems, huh?
Yeah.
Is there a sense of community though? Is there a lot of people in your neighborhood that are like, you know, and stuff like that? Is everybody like, you know, real cool?
Like it, yeah. Madison Lockwood, the boss man that I work with, they cool.
Yeah.
All the people are cool.
Yeah. Is it safe? You think it's safe for me to walk around?
Yeah, it's safe.
With my cameras and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's safe for you to walk around because they gotta think you the news anchor or something.
They think I'm the news guy.
Yeah, or one of those undercover people.
One of the undercover people.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
All right.
Well, thanks, man. Yeah, you have a good day, man. I'm just checking out the neighborhood here in Austin.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
All right, man. Thanks, man.
All right.
Take care. So I got my microphones attached to me. Hopefully that interview went well, because like I get the microphone on me and not on him. But I should have taken these off and you just use the device as the microphone. But anyways, so this is the Austin neighborhood. That's what it looks like. And so you can see downtown from here. So we're on Madison Street. Madison divides north and south. So the Austin neighborhood is really far west. Western, it used to be a suburb when Henry Austin, I believe, started this neighborhood, and it was a suburb in the 1860s. And then it was annexed to Chicago in 1899, I believe. And so it was a suburb initially, and now it's part of Chicago, a western neighborhood. And there was a guy named Brennan in 1908, I believe, that started the grid system in Chicago. And so on that side of the street, it's the north side of Austin neighborhood, and on this side on my left is the south side of the neighborhood. So Austin neighborhood is north and south in Chicago, but it's on the west side of State Street, because State Street divides east and west in Chicago. So we're on the west side of Chicago in a neighborhood that's on the north and south side. We're currently right in the center on Madison Street. And let's talk to some more people. We're going to check out some historical stuff. We're going to check out some really old buildings. There's some buildings that were built here in the 1800s, and we're going to check those out. We're going to take a look at the Columbus Park Refectory, which used to be a place where people used to take their girlfriends and families and stuff like that, and they used to eat there and do whatever else there. I think it was just open to the public, if I'm not mistaken. Open to the public every day, and then somewhere in the 50s they stopped opening it up to everybody, and they just made it a banquet place where you had to call in for and say, hey, could I have a party here or an event, and probably because there's a lot of trouble there. So this is what the Austin neighborhood looks like. Yeah. And they got some art there on the corner. See that art? You got a guy crossing the street here. All right, let's go. And there's a little deli there. A lot of old buildings here, a lot of history. And that's what I want to see, I want to see a lot of the history. Yeah, I want to talk to the people too and find out about what it's like now here, to live here, how much fun they have or not, and just check out the area, I want to do every single neighborhood in Chicago. I want to make playlists for all those neighborhoods because I'm going to visit them. Here's Columbus Park. See that? They got basketball. Jackson Street. Jackson is 300 South. I don't know at what point Chicago stops naming streets on the south side and then it becomes numbered. I know 18th Street is 18th Street, but I don't know what before that. I mean, where they stop naming streets and they just give them numbers instead, right? Oh, and there's the refectory. And there's the pond. See that? Or the lagoon. So that lagoon right there, why does my screen keep turning off? That lagoon right there is where they used to take boats around there. You see that? They used to take boats around this area. And then people used to go up on that balcony there and drink and hang out with their girlfriends and kids or whatever. And so there's a golf course on the other side of this here. Oh, there it is, Columbus Park Refectory. You see that? See that sign? And there's some really cool stuff around here. So every neighborhood's got some cool stuff and some cool people. So that's what we're coming to check out, is all the cool stuff in every neighborhood. You know, there's some bad neighborhoods, or some dangerous, I should say, dangerous neighborhoods, and then there's some not so dangerous neighborhoods. But every neighborhood has food, people, and things to do, right? And so let's check out this refectory. Jens Jensen, open up this. Jens Jensen built this place in 1920s, I believe. And yeah, here it is. Look at all that old stuff. Look at all the old stuff here. And there's a lagoon. And then this concrete just stops right here. This is a sidewalk to nowhere. But look it up on top of that balcony right there. See that? Pretty cool. And there's a lagoon. Let's go take a walk by the lagoon. This handle's not working out so well, is it? Let's take a walk by the lagoon and check out and see what they used to use boats on back in the day and have their romantic night or their time with their children on this lagoon. And I believe that's where they have that's where they had the boats stored, I'm guessing, in there. And I guess that's a pier. It looks like a pier right there. I wouldn't walk on that ice because I'm not sure if that ice is strong enough, because it was 45 degrees last night in Chicago. It's the mid-January now. It's 45. It was 45 last night. I think it's like 34 degrees right now. So here's the lagoon with the ice, and so I think it's too warm for me to walk on the ice. There's some art here. What kind of art is this? Some abstract stuff. You see that art? Yeah. Pretty cool. I wouldn't want that in my front yard though, but it's cool. It's cool they have art, right? They have a lot of weddings here and stuff like that, banquets. Here's a lagoon. They built this lagoon. I think Jens Jensen built this lagoon back in the day. It was all prairie land prior. And so I think this was like a Jewish community, Jewish, Irish, German, and I think a lot of Polish people moved here by the 1920s until a white flight happened, I think in the 1950s or so. So that's who was hanging out here. And somewhere around the 1950s is when they stopped using the boats here. I don't know if they used to swim in here or not. But there's some stuff in the back we could check out. Let's go check out the stuff in the back. Here's more of the old building. This building was built in 1920s.
A church called Rock Church.
Yeah.
Right.
See, I get you in here.
And they came and did all kinds of stuff. It was
Here?
here, yes, in the 70s. They came in and they started their own legal service.
The church did?
The church did, yes. Their own food supply, everything. They had it all, and it was all, they were going to transform the whole neighborhood.
In the 70s?
Yeah, but it didn't work out.
Didn't work out.
No, it didn't. It's still there, but everybody left, and it's just a testimony to the real problem that's here. It's a huge problem.
I don't know what the problem is.
The problem is the family. There's no family.
There's no family.
Yeah, that's what it is.
A lot of single mothers.
Yeah, a lot of single mothers who've been like the third generation single mothers. They don't even know what it is to have a family.
Right.
That's the bad thing, and there's no way. I don't know how you get out of it.
Yeah. Well, so you've been coming here since like what, the 70s? You said?
No, I moved here in '89.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I've been here 30 years.
So we're still at Columbus Park here, and I was asking this gentleman, which lives in the next neighborhood. I said, "How's this park? Is this park safe?" And he says, "Not really at nighttime."
No, not at all at nighttime.
And nighttime is wow, I can't imagine.
Well, it's supposed to be closed, but it's not. There's people around.
People sleeping here and drinking and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Having parties.
Yeah.
And so if you want to come to this park after hours, it's on you.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. At least
Well, there's a guy jogging. There's a guy jogging over there, or girl, whatever that is.
Yeah, it's okay during the day.
Yeah, it's just at nighttime you want to be a little careful, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anything else about this neighborhood that you know, Austin?
No, not much. It's been a real struggle for people. That's all.
Yeah, right. See, there's a jogger right there. Hola. Right.
All right. Well.
All right, brother.
Thanks.
Take care, man. Thanks. See.
Thanks.
So this is the Austin neighborhood. We're at Columbus Park with the refectory over there, and this man here gave us a little bit of insight into his perspective of the neighborhood, or of this park at least. And so, and that's that. So let's go check out some more history stuff and get some more interviews and talk to some more people in the Austin neighborhood. Okay, let's see. This is a new thing. So we're in the Austin area now, Austin neighborhood. This is what the houses look like here. Last people in the car with me, they told me that to avoid it, but this guy's saying it's not that bad.
I mean, it's all about how you doing, how you move around certain people. Everybody got to be on high alert in neighborhoods like this because, they always say we the most violent. Always the most shootings, everything. But like
Austin?
Yes, I grew up in this neighborhood. I used to be in this neighborhood playing as a kid. I watched the neighborhood go from safe to unsafe. Now everything coming back down. Me being an adult, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, school didn't used to look like this. Playground used to look like none of that. All this shit changed over the years. They trying to really put like a hold on everything now. So I feel like one day it might be safe again. It's getting safe, but at the same time, I still be on high alert because ain't no telling what's going on in the neighborhood now. For me being a young adult, dealing with gangs, police brutality, all that shit. So like, you feel me? Everybody look at me like everybody fuck with who they fuck with.
Yeah.
You can't just go to different blocks and all that, this, that, and the third, and run around acting like you fuck with the whole neighborhood.
Oh, you can't.
You can't. It's not that simple. Cause you got people that's into it with people. Like I fuck with certain people, I can't go here, I can't go there. Like you feel me? Like you can't be 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You either in it or you not. And there's two ways. You either kill. Like shit, ain't no telling what people got going on. Selling drugs, doing all that shit. So like, Austin neighborhood, I can say, I used to play with all my friends here growing up. I didn't have to worry about getting shot at, none of that shit until I started
When you're
getting
a kid.
older. Once I hit like 13, 14, that's when I realized this shit was going to shit. People started getting killed, people shooting, joining gangs, doing all that, selling drugs. So I kind of adapted to my environment. So shit.
Yeah.
I come back and look at my neighborhood now. Sometimes I be feeling like I'm the only one that made it out for real.
Yeah. Well, what do you pay for rent over here, man?
I say if you got a house, probably anywhere, everything that went up like a motherfucker. I say probably from like you can find a house over here from anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000 a month.
Yeah, it's the same everywhere, man.
Yeah, the apartment building you just picked me up from, the basement of the apartment probably like $1,200. First floor.
Yeah, so you're paying rent. Everybody's getting fucked by rent, man.
Everything going up, taxes, everything. Shit, you can't even find cheap mechanics, none of that shit no more. Everything is just skyrocketing now.
Yeah.
It's like the price of living just expensive now.
Is there any good place to eat over here? Is there any restaurants that...
I can give you a couple of those. We got Wiley's on Madison and Springfield. It's dangerous as fuck over there too.
It's dangerous as fuck.
Let me see. What else do we got?
So it wouldn't be a place...
Buffalo Sam's off Chrysler.
It wouldn't be a
It's
place like
right there. But the food good. Always call your food in.
It's not the place to take your girlfriend.
No, hell no. We got Uncle Remus on Madison and Central.
Okay.
Same shit, call in, everything. You know, it's ganged
Call
everywhere. Yeah, that's down the street from the police station, the 15th district.
Why is it like that?
I don't know. I feel like everybody used to be cool, now everybody against each other. That's where all the beef really started at. So
but
like,
it's gang against gang, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's not like against me though.
No.
So like if I went
you don't
there,
even gotta be into it, none of that. Most gangs, they feel like you're not from their area, you're not from their turf, they will get on bullshit, but it depends on what you're doing and how you moving around them. Cause if they feel like you trying to get up on them or you back there, most likely they might think you the police.
Oh,
that's how I feel.
Yeah. All right, cool, man. What else could I ask?
Yeah, whatever you feel like you need to ask. Schools.
I know what's the neighborhood like, man. I mean,
this neighborhood right here.
What do you do for fun out here? You said you're a mechanic, huh?
Yeah, I used to be bad as fuck. My mama know that, but like I tried to turn my life around, staying to school, started working on cars, doing all that good shit.
So that's your job? You're a mechanic?
Yeah, every day.
Yeah, you do it at home or a shop or what?
At home, I'm working on getting a shop right now.
Are you?
Yeah.
So a lot of people moving here, or moving out, or what's going on?
Well, my mom ended up moving out, so shit.
Where they moving?
In and moving out.
Where they moving to?
I have no idea actually. I didn't bother to ask. She just said she needed help moving.
Yeah, I mean, is this not? You said that neighborhood was rough before, but you think it's getting better, right?
Yeah, I think it's quieted down a little bit.
You think gentrification will come through here, and then it'll be like Oak Park?
I ain't gonna say that, but I don't know. Give it a few years. We'll see what happens. They trying to clean up Madison and all that, so we gonna see what happens.
Yeah, they I read something that in the 60s when the Martin Luther King riots happened, that they burned down a lot of Madison and a lot of the neighborhood got rough after that.
Yeah.
And it never really recovered since then.
Then it got worse with the George Floyd shit. The store in the corner down there, they burnt that down. It's a store in Madison and Cicero, they burnt that down. Everything was getting broken into.
So you think it's gonna recover soon, or
shit.
What do you think?
Only time will tell at this point, because it's like this side of the city, the ghetto part, the ghetto neighborhoods, whatever they want to call it, they don't really give a fuck about.
So when you go out to eat, you got to go out like different neighborhoods, different suburbs or something.
You want to feel like you safe and enjoy yourself pretty much.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of people are just like, fuck this. I ain't going to Wally.
They'll go like the people will start going to like North Riverside and all that shit, you know.
Yeah.
Try to stay safe, that's all.
Yeah, I was just curious about how this neighborhood is, man. Let me just get a little bit of picture of what we're looking at here. I mean, these are some cool looking buildings here, man. Some of the old architecture there, right?
This house, the house I'm moving out of, one of the oldest houses on the block.
Is it really?
It's been here over 100 years.
Really?
Yeah.
100 years. A lot of history there.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It's crazy to think that 170 years ago this was all prairie land, and then by the 1860s this became farmland, and there was bison in the area, and they became extinct right around that time, by the mid 1860s or so, when this all became farmland. Now there's a bunch of houses and streets and street lights and all this, but we're going to see the Seth Warner house in Austin neighborhood in Chicago, Illinois. So about 160 years ago, you would have seen corn, wheat, all different vegetables, maybe some horses and chickens and so on and so forth, all throughout this area. And then Seth Warner had this house built in 1869. It's one of the oldest surviving structures in the Austin neighborhood. And of course, there was other farmlands in other areas, and we're going to check out some other areas as well. Other historical houses and parks and stuff like that. And Seth Warner lived with his family in this house. He and his wife had several children, just like how they did in the old days. And there were a few streets in the area, but not as many as there is now. And by 1869, I believe Central Avenue did exist, but it was probably a dirt road at the time with grassland and fields all around. Because of course there was other farmhouses in the area near the Seth Warner house. So there's a lot of history here. You grew up there?
I grew up there. I haven't been there in 10 years, but I do still have family there. Austin is decent.
So Austin's across the street here?
It's basically across, well, it's further down. If you go down past Madison, across the street, you'll be in Austin. This is Oak Park, right across the street from Austin. So yeah,
right.
It's an okay neighborhood. It was in the 90s, nothing was going on. A little bit more action now, but
the 90s were better, huh?
90s was better, but it's still a good neighborhood. Still a good
Austin?
neighborhood. Yeah, still a good neighborhood. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a good neighborhood.
What do you do over there?
Musician, church musician.
Is that what you do?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
So
and the church I play for is in Austin.
do you?
Yeah.
You play it? You still go to the church there? Check that out. What church is that?
New Love and Faith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that? What kind of church is
It's a
that?
Baptist church. I play the organ.
All right. Check that out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty decent neighborhood, huh?
It's a good neighborhood. There's like nothing going. The mayor actually lives over there now too.
Mayor who?
Of Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He lives in Austin.
Austin.
Does he really?
He lives right down the street from my church.
Oh yeah, because you got a golf course there, right?
There's a golf course right down the street. It's
Yeah.
literally right down the street, right there. Golf course right down there.
Yeah.
Park. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like there's a lot of cool stuff to do over there,
There's a
right?
lot of stuff to do, a lot of things to see, people to
But
meet.
sometimes there's crime there.
There's crime anywhere you go.
Yeah, right.
There's crime anywhere you go, and a lot of times people don't do the crime in their own neighborhoods. They'll go to some other neighborhood. And
You
do
think
the
it's
crime.
safe for me to walk around Austin like that with this and just be talking to people?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay. Just curious.
Yeah.
Just asking your opinion, you know?
There's no problem. You can walk around there. Plenty of people.
What about restaurants?
Plenty of restaurants. A lot of new restaurants popping up all the time. And because, like I said,
In Austin,
right down Chicago Avenue, everything's being built up. Down Madison, everything's being built up.
Yeah.
And again, it's probably because the mayor's living over there, but it is.
Oh,
So-
the mayor's fixing it up.
Yeah, but everything is being done. Everything's being built up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What's your favorite restaurant there that you could tell me to go to?
Honestly, it's gonna be chicken wings.
Okay.
Uncle Remus.
Uncle Remus chicken wings.
Yeah, you can get them.
I'm not a fan of chicken wings. I don't know why everybody loves them so much.
What are you looking for?
Anything
Where are you from?
from out west.
Okay, well, have you had mild sauce?
Mild sauce?
Yes.
No, I don't
Okay,
know.
well, this is why you don't like chicken wings.
I mean, I don't understand chicken wings when how's this going here? I don't understand chicken wings when like you get like chicken breast or thigh or the breast has the most meat, right?
I get that.
And then they give you like the little ones, and it's like
So
here's 6 of them for $20, and I'm like,
so here it is.
and we'll put some barbecue sauce on it, maybe you'll like it.
No,
but you can
it's
do
not
that
barbecue
too.
sauce.
You can do that chicken breast too, right?
It's different. It's what it is. It's about the skin. The skin on the chicken wing, has all their flavor. When you get to the chicken breast, where's your flavor?
Oh, I get you.
Yeah, and then when you cook a chicken
And you're saying go to
Uncle Remus.
Uncle Remus for those chicken
So on
wings.
the west side, you're gonna go
On
to
Madison,
Uncle
you said?
Remus. On
Yeah.
the south side, you're gonna go to Harold's. It's a debate on who got the best chicken on which side of town.
And you grew up there.
Yep, born and raised.
And
30
is
years.
as good now as it had ever been?
I
Or you say it was
wouldn't
better
that.
or
It
worse
was probably
then?
better when I was younger, but it's still a good neighborhood. It's still a good neighborhood.
Why was it better when you were younger?
Well, just because everything's better when you're a kid, you know?
Yeah.
Everything's better when you're a kid. But it's still a good neighborhood. I would move
Yeah.
back over there now, especially since they're building all the new houses and stuff over there. So they're knocking down a lot of old stuff and building a whole bunch of new stuff over there. So it's still good.
Yeah.
And give it another year or two, it's gonna be better.
Now it's getting built up finally.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
The last
finally.
few years, huh?
Yeah. If you drove down Madison, you'll see some different.
Because I
changes.
remember Ashland and Madison, that used to be bad right there, right? It used to be a little rough right there, wasn't it?
Ashland and Madison. Look, I'm driving down the street in my head. I see what you're saying.
And now it's like now it's a hot spot where like tight pants, bearded guys walk down the street with their Starbucks coffee or whatever local coffee.
And that's why neighborhoods change.
Because of them tight pants, bearded dudes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, there's a tight pants, bearded dude there. Must be coming up over here.
No, he was working.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that's just how it goes, you know. But again, everything changes, and if it doesn't change, it can't improve. So change is always good. I see it.
So, you don't know anybody over there, right? Like,
Where?
you moved out of Austin already?
Yeah, I moved out of Austin.
I was going to ask you, what do you pay for rent? But you don't live in Austin.
I'm not in Austin, but I do know.
What does rent go for there?
3-bedroom over there. 15.
1,500.
It's still an expensive area.
Fuck that.
Because honestly, our apartments aren't small. That's the thing.
Yeah, but still, who the fuck's? Why are you paying 1,500 for? You know, they say you're supposed to pay 30% of what you make.
In Chicago, so.
And who's got 30% $1,500? That's a lot of fucking money.
Chicagoans. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, that's what it is, and that's why Chicago's number 10 is the most expensive place or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, it costs a lot to be here, and the rent definitely reflects it. I know a lot of people move into different places or whatever for the rent, but yeah.
I don't know. So far, it seems like everywhere in Chicago is pretty much the same thing. Unless they go to West Loop where it's like $3,000.
Yes.
Or downtown where it could be up to, even more than that.
5, yeah. So.
Right. Or Lakeshore Drive could be like $5,000 or $6,000.
But again, these are not tiny apartments.
Yeah.
I visited, I travel a lot, so I've seen a lot of states, Airbnbs and stuff, and visited other people, seen their apartments. A lot of apartments are small. Chicago apartments are normally good size. When you see these brick buildings like that, you have a massive apartment in there.
Yeah.
That one's probably a 3-bedroom there.
Yeah, right.
1,500
Yeah,
square feet.
Austin's got a lot of old buildings in there.
Yeah, and the old buildings are actually why
they're better.
They're better. You can get a larger.
They're more roomy. They got
roomy.
like 10-foot ceilings.
Yeah, and once they knock the old buildings down and put a new one up, you're gonna get half the space. They're gonna put like they just redid this building right here. This building was messed up for a few years.
Now they got
they just redid it.
They made every room an apartment.
Probably maybe even a condo. Because a lot of times they'll take these old buildings because they're so huge. They're the size of condos. Yeah. So they'll take that, and that's what a lot of people do. That's why. And
they'll sell them for $200,000 for a fucking condo.
Yes, for a condo.
For a fucking apartment.
And then the people who used to could afford it have to now move because they can't afford that now.
Yeah. Fuck those motherfuckers.
And that's what happened to Ashland. Madison and Ashland.
But anyways, well, nice talking to you.
You too.
Thank you. Thanks for the
What's
insight.
Your name?
Mark.
Nice to meet you, Mark.
So, now they were telling me, some locals were telling me about a house that's a pink house. I don't know where the pink house is or was, but I heard that they painted it. Now it's not pink. But it's supposed to be like a really historic house. Maybe it's one of these. We're in the Austin neighborhood in Chicago. One of the biggest, oldest neighborhoods in Chicago. And we're gonna interview some people and talk and find out what it's like here. Hey, do you know this neighborhood? That girl right there, I asked her if she knew the neighborhood. She said no. She's just walking around aimlessly. I don't know where the pink house is. She didn't want to tell me. So maybe a rough area, but these are really nice houses over here. The old big houses. That might not be the pink house, that might be the oldest house.
Do a little dining and whatnot that you like. I used to stay in Humboldt Park.
Yeah.
So
Oh, so you're from Humboldt Park, but now you live here.
yeah.
Yeah. So this is a nice part over here, huh?
Yeah.
This is like all the history right here, right?
Pretty much so. I mean,
Is it safe over here?
they real friendly, man. You know, they have little block parties every year. It's real nice.
I talked to one guy in Austin, he told me not to walk down the streets.
Well, that's like with anywhere. It's some streets you don't want to walk down, man. You know, I mean, what can I say? You know,
Is this street safe?
so far as I know, I mean, ain't nothing out of the ordinary happening with me. So I mean,
Yeah, right.
I can only speak on my experience.
I get you.
Yeah.
But you haven't seen anything crazy on this street?
No, not so far.
What's your favorite restaurants around this neighborhood?
Well, actually, you know what?
Or you leave out?
I can't really say I really eat that much around here because I'm you know with what I do, I'm mostly gone all the time, man. If most times if I'm at home, I'm watching TV or sleep, you know. And when I'm not home, then I'm working.
Yeah, I get you. Where do you do
But
CTA
when
at?
but I'm from the south side of Ridley, so most of the times when I be hanging out and kicking it, man, I'm out south.
You're at Hyde Park?
Huh?
Hyde Park? Where are you from?
No, I'm from Gresham, Ridley.
Gresham. What's Gresham?
Gresham is like around 87th and Vincennes, between Vincennes and
Oh, okay.
Ashland.
That's
Back
just
up in
south
the-
of Hyde Park.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
familiar with Hyde Park, obviously.
Right. Yeah, you're right over there.
I mean, I kick it over there from time to time too, though. I mean, I know people at Hyde Park.
These houses are nice though, man, huh?
Yeah.
These are some big houses here, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you renting over here or you own?
I'm rent.
What's rent over here?
About 2 stacks.
2,000
Yeah.
for the house?
Yeah.
But it's a nice fucking house, man. I can't imagine living in one of these. These houses
I
are
think some of these are like
these are amazing houses, man.
some of these are, you know, passed down through families and stuff and everything. So yeah, you got it. It's a
Oh,
lot
you
of-
got
it's
2
a lot of
floors.
history here.
Yeah. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, oh, I guess that one's an apartment there too. Man, some of these are really nice old houses, man.
It's one on the other block, man. I think it caught fire or something, man. But they trying to build it back up too.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of stuff going on, man.
You think this neighborhood's coming up?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I talked to a girl and she's like, no, all the streets are beautiful to walk down. She's like, go ahead. And she's like, yeah, you can go to any restaurant. She said, but everything's coming up. And she said, they're getting new restaurants because the mayor lives here.
Well, yeah, the mayor does. The mayor stays right,
Couple blocks down.
yeah, about 3 blocks down, right off Chicago Avenue, right off of.
Do you honk at him when you drive by?
No, well, you don't see him. You don't see him, but you see a lot of police, so you know you're there.
Oh, yeah.
Let's say I don't know if he's at home at the time, but there's a lot of police around his house.
Just like Obama's house, right?
Same like with everything.
Yeah, because Obama's got
I know,
that
Lightfoot
cutoff.
stayed over on Wrightwood. I have to go through there from time to time. It's still police part over that house now.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You know.
So I should go walk down his street, huh?
But yeah, I would imagine you walk down his street, you should be pretty safe.
Is it a nice street? Is it
From what I can see.
Does it seem historical or is it like all new?
I don't know. Well, I got to be honest with you. I don't be looking for no historical value and stuff. So
Yeah, I get you.
I can't.
How long you been here?
I can't really speak on that. On it like about a year and a half.
Oh, so you don't know the neighborhood that well yet? No. And you're always working, so you don't do much around here, huh?
Yeah, I don't do much around here. When like I say, when I am off, man, I'm pretty much out south most of the time.
Yeah,
That's where all my folks hang out at. So
yeah.
you know, all my people over that way. And that's
What moved you over here?
Huh?
What moved you over here?
Well, we got kind of long in the tooth off in Humboldt, and we had to move. So,
and it seemed like a nice place
around
over here.
and was looking for some stuff, man. And I happened to run it over here, man. Saw something that I liked, man, and it worked out. So that's where we ended up at.
It's kind of nice area, man. I kind of like this street, man. There's some really good looking houses down there.
Oh yeah, it's like I said, it's some real fine houses here.
Yeah. Right?
Yep.
The northwest side, or are we central?
This is
We're like central, right? Because we go up to North Avenue.
I guess you could say about central, because Madison would be considered central. So.
Yeah, right. And Roosevelt's the southern end, right?
Yeah, I'd say but if you want to go by divide lines, then it would be north.
Oh yeah, I get you. Yeah, because we're 3 blocks of Madison. Yeah. So here's the awesome looking area with these old buildings, but I don't think any of these buildings are over 100 years old.
So with that being said, and I'm not trying to make this racist.
Yeah.
You are probably safer walking through any black neighborhood than a black person is walking through their own neighborhood. It's just that simple. It's almost like they would be afraid to assault you or do anything to you because of what will come back on them. But the average black person, they'll rain out on this parade. I know that's a fucked up thing to say, but it's the truth. Believe me when I tell you this.
Yeah.
You could probably walk all up and down Madison, man. They'll look at you funny, man, but nobody would probably fuck with you.
As long as I scratch my neck like this.
Nobody would probably fuck with you, but trust me, I couldn't do the same thing. And I mean that. It's the truth.
So it's probably more safer for me walking down the street than you on Madison Street.
Yes, sir.
Really?
Yeah.
But how did that get to the 59th Street thing? Because you were saying like when you moved to 59th Street, it was still white over there.
Yeah, when I moved on to 86 and whatnot, it was still right, and eventually everybody just they took off and went on about their business.
There was white flight.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what happened.
In 1969.
Yep. A few people hung around, and and we were friends and everything. But eventually, they when your kids.
Yeah. But it's the other kids that you don't know that are
kids
fucking
don't see all that. It's all about parents.
Yeah, right.
That's why racism exists today, because these stupid ass people will not let certain shit go.
Yeah.
You're not born hating nobody, man. All this shit is learned.
Yeah. Of course.
And until you stop teaching their kids this dumb shit,
inherent.
man, it's gonna be that way.
Nobody's born to look at a skin color.
Exactly.
Nobody's born to
exactly. It's the easiest thing. It's the easiest thing to correct, man. If people would just correct it. But you just got some people, man, that just can't get past that old school shit. So
yeah,
that's just where we at.
So what was 55th Street like?
It was nice back then.
Yeah.
I used to stay
55th and King.
It was like I said. It was South Park there.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Then they taped the King Drive after Dr. King died.
Oh, it was called South Park back then.
South Park, yeah.
In '69.
Yep.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I think I have a picture of my grandfather. Oh yeah, maybe it was called South.
Yeah, it was
right.
South Park.
Yeah.
South Parkway Avenue.
When they changed that name?
When Dr. King died, I want to say maybe.
Oh, I see.
A couple of years after that.
70s, early 70s.
Maybe the late 60s and the early 70s. I don't know the exact time, but that's when they changed it to King Drive.
Why'd you guys move out of there?
Well, my uncle had bought a building that we moved into out south, and we all he had me and my family had the lower flat, and my auntie and my uncle stayed in the upper flat.
But this seems like a nice area. Is this nice? Is it nice there like here?
Huh?
Is it nice there like it is here?
Where?
Where you said 69?
Well, or 59. Well,
or 59?
I can't say. I've been around there in a while. But like it was. Let me say, as a kid, it was nice.
Man, they got some huge buildings there, man.
But things change, man. These
every 10 years,
people don't
man.
have like I say, man. I'm 68 years old, man. And people don't have the same values that I got about certain things.
Yeah.
I mean, people are kids even, they just different. They disrespectful.
Yeah, they
don't
are.
give a fuck. They talk
Yeah.
shit to you.
I was talking. Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah, I talked to one guy.
They talk, man. I would never be able to say shit like that they say.
I was talking to a guy from the east side. He said in the 60s he used to box every day in the street with kids. They were boxing every day. Now they don't box; they just shoot each other.
No, there's no boxing. There's no boxing. Back then, man, you could fight, man. You know, you fight, and that was it, man. And everything was cool in the, you know.
I think in the 80s they started breakdancing, right?
A day or two, a couple of days later, and you back there, you right back out there kicking it, man. But
Yeah.
these people now, man, they play for keeps. It's like they
Yeah.
can't stand to lose, man. They just, I don't know. I don't know what it is about people. Some people just.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of
can't let
sense.
it
Hopefully this type of trend wears off and it goes into something else. Hopefully they bring back breakdance and they break dance it out.
Well, I don't know if you ever see that again.
Remember in the 80s?
I mean,
They used to
that was
have
only
battles.
that was only for the very spry.
You know? All right, man.
Okay.
All right, brother. Thanks, man.
All right, man. Good meeting you, man.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for the info.
Okay, man.
So that was the Austin neighborhood in Chicago. And I'm going to put all the neighborhoods in a playlist because I'm going to visit every neighborhood multiple times. And I'll put those episodes in that playlist. So if you want to see more neighborhood videos, subscribe and look in the playlist. Right now I only have 2 episodes, 2 neighborhoods. Right now I have the Garfield Park or Garfield Ridge and Austin now. And so I'm going to be checking out the food, the people, the history, the rent prices, the cool monuments, the cool old buildings and stuff like that. I'm going to try to do that in every single neighborhood of Chicago. There's 178 little neighborhoods of 77 main neighborhoods in Chicago. So subscribe if you're curious. And if you're not curious, don't subscribe. Just go do something else. Turn this off now. Do something with yourself.